Today we'll be discussing about the power of vision. This lesson I would try to refresh our memories what vision is. I would go through how to maybe some steps on how to write our vision and the importance of having a vision in our lives. So vision, a little definition, it says it is a physical ability to see and perceive the world through one's eyes. Another insight into it says it involves the ability to form a mental picture of future possibilities or some desired outcomes, to form a mental picture of it, of what we want to have in the future. This class, I want us to dwell more and go for deeper insight on vision, meaning an awareness that transcends ordinary perception. In other words, we can say that vision is like seeing supernaturally, having supernatural insights into things. And oftentimes in this gathering, our first center, we always ask, what have we come here to be? What are you here to achieve, to be? What do you want to become? What are you being? And when we ask this question, we are trying to answer and understand our individual purpose. Purpose is something that if we know our purpose and understand it, it will definitely guide us, because I know my purpose, I know what I'm here for. It will narrow our work. It will narrow what we channel our energy towards. But if we don't understand purpose, we'll probably be doing everything that just comes our way. So we always, when we ask this question, want to understand purpose. What is my purpose? What have I come here to be? What have you come here to be? That's very principle. I mean, it's a question that we constantly have to ask ourselves. And this brings me to a statement when I thought about this, about vision. I remember some passage in the Bible with Abraham, and I'm paraphrasing it, where Abraham was told, God communicating to Abraham, call it creative intelligence, communicating to Abraham, and says, look around where you are, to the north and to the south and to the east and to the west. All that you see, I give to you and yours forever. I'm laying emphasis on all that you see. And remember we said vision is supernatural seeing. All that you see within your insight, I give to you as your possession. And now what it comes down to, what are you? What am I seeing? What do you see? What can you see? It's not just the physical seeing. What are you seeing? And life, creative intelligence, has put everything in our hands. Whatever we can see, we can have. And Abraham was suggesting that the Lord has given it all, given us all that we can see. We have the choice to see the world in terms of loveliness, beauty, and bounty. Which side, which perspective, what's the angle you're viewing or seeing things from? Or you decide to see it from every kind of strife, or things not working out well. You're seeing it from a pessimistic point of view. Whatever you can see, you can have. It's already given to you. And our interpretation of reality can either be positive or negative, depending on our perspective on how we choose. Mark the words, how we choose. You have a choice. What you can see, how you choose to see, what you choose to see. You have a decision, you have a choice on what you want to see. We have the power to choose. In every time, every situation, you have the power to choose what you would see. And if we want to see beauty and loveliness and life being whole, we certainly can. Dr. Greg would often say it's entirely up to us. We can actually make up our mind to see the good. Once we make up our mind and start looking for the good, even in perilous times, we will see good. We can see good. What you focus your energy on, you will attract. We always encourage ourselves, individuals, to take the responsibility of their own thoughts and beliefs. We talked about this. Our thoughts are very powerful. Our beliefs are very powerful. They are precursor to what we see. They are precursor to what our predominant thoughts are. By changing one's thoughts and perceptions, you can improve your circumstances. You can heal your life. That is sure, certain. The power that we have comes from the Creator, and we are one with this Creator, and it's indwelling in us. We are one with Source. So that power to create, we also have it because we are one with the Creator. Each of us have an internal connection, an internal guidance system. I mean, the spirit, we all have this spirit within us. It works in different ways, through our intuition, sometimes through dreams, different ways, just for us to discover how we connect with this spirit within us. Abraham, in that passage, chose to see bounty, beauty, and everything good. Because eventually, whatever he saw, he had, and they became fruitful and fertile. Because he chose to see beauty, even in a place, a land that didn't seem fruitful or fertile. And that's what we are here for, to teach positive expectancy. And each time we talk about positive expectancy, it doesn't mean that everything surrounding us, it's perfect, is good, is great. But in all of that, despite the situation, we are positively expecting good. And when we positively expect good, we would have good. Remember, whatever you can see, you can have. We remind you to understand that you live, you move, and you have your being in this divine essence. That is where you are. That is who you are. You live, we move, and will have our being. The totality of all we are, it's in this divine essence, in this God thing, in this Creator. That is who we are. And all we have to do is just awaken to the reality, the totality of who we are, who we have been created to be. And that certainly it responds to us endlessly. It never sleeps, it never slumbers, it's active, it responds always. And this is a tremendous gift that we all have, that most people are unaware of, the treasures that they have within, the power that they have within, that they can use, that it's available, the access, the direct access. And that's what every time, a Wednesday class, a Thursday class, a Sunday class, we always want to remind ourselves of this connection to power, to Source, to Creator. If you're sleeping, the power is there, waiting for activation, waiting to be used. And what a wonderful thing, what a wonderful realization to know that this is available to us. So when we feel this connection and you know the truth of these words, we are simply uniting with power, activating the power. And when we begin to manifest this power, because you can see a world filled with beauty, that is us manifesting the power, because we are choosing to see things from the positive angle. We see beauty, you can appreciate the wonder and the joy that there is everywhere. And when you appreciate it, we attract it. And as we gather each week after week, we are growing in consciousness. When we hear this teaching, we practice them, it becomes internalized within us. We raise our consciousness. Again, and we're suggesting that by envisioning and focusing on the good, the greater good, and taking it deeply within, you know what happens when these things, when we envision good and take it within and see good in all situations, the only result that there can be would be demonstrations. What is demonstration? You taking the good, you see the good even in all situations, and everything will align and work out for your own good. And that is a demonstration. And we are constantly knowing that we are supplied and supported always. And when we do all this, align ourselves with that, with the flow of the universe, raise our consciousness, again, another result of it will be that our dreams and our vision will come to pass. They will come true. Definitely. Again, Emerson and many other New Thought teachers, including Reverend Greg, have always suggested that we dream big. Big, we always have this thing we say here at the center, be hard, big, hairy, audacious goal. Let our dreams, our visions be big. And you know what? Once we have these visions, once we have these dreams, the universe always accepts us and ready to respond to whatever we give to it. Always, always, always. Like I said, it's our choice. It's your choice. Whatever you can see, you can have. It's done to us as we believe. Don't dream small. Make it audacious. Make it big. Because all you're doing is just sending the universe on errand and is ready to respond affirmatively. So dare to dream big. What dreams do you look forward to? Are they expansive? If your dream is possibly not bigger than you, then maybe it's not big enough. Some of us, we've talked about it here, use the vision boards and we journal. That's very good. Because, of course, later in the lesson, we'll talk about things that we do when we have our visions and journaling and all that. Again, what are you looking forward to doing or changing or getting better at? Maybe these are areas, ways that we can write our vision, our dreams down. Areas you want to improve on, things you want to be better at doing. Like I said earlier, we may write areas we want to improve on, which direction to focus. There's a quote from Roosevelt Moss. He says, a vision is not just a picture of what could be. It is an appeal to our better selves, a call to become something more of what is good, more of what is lovely, more of what is great. I'll suggest that we pause a moment and consider something more. Maybe give it a little thought now. And what is that something more? What does that mean to you, each of us? What is something more? More of what do you want? Are you expecting? Is it an enlarged space? More of what do we want in our lives, in our situations, in that situation? There will always be more. And I have 3 questions for us this evening. In our personal life, in your personal life, can you imagine a better version of yourself? I'd like to imagine a better version of James. Just have a mental picture. What does that look like? If there is supposed to be a better version of James, what would that be? How would your daily routine change if you were living your best life? How would my daily routine change if I were living my best life? What things would I adjust? As always, notice what comes up for you. We can make a mental note of it or jot it down. What would life be if I were living more? My best life. What things would I take out? What things would I adjust? What things would I be doing? We'll jot some things down and look at it later. And regarding your relationships, think about the people you care about, family, friends. Is there anything you can do to enhance these connections? These are questions we can address later. Is there anything you can do to show more love or appreciation to your friends, to your family, to your loved ones? Another question, what does a thriving and fulfilling relationship look like to you? Remember, what you see, what you imagine, you can have. And again, if anything comes up for you, what ideas, you may write it down. These are ways that we can get solutions or solve some situations. Imagine a good relationship. What does it look like? In your mind, with your sight, how do you see a good relationship? And you may write things down and begin to work towards it. Then in terms of prosperity, what financial goals do you have? Ask yourself this question, knowing the universe response. What would you like to see or have or experience? How would achieving those goals impact your life and the lives of those around you? Can you sense what that would feel like? Make a mental note of it, of this, and work towards it. Remember, these visions can range from small daily improvements to grand life-changing transformations. Again, we are talking about the power of vision. Whatever we see, we can have. Whatever you want to change in a situation and you see it in your mind, you put it down, you begin to work towards it. It's about dreaming big. It's about envisioning a brighter future. It's a case of you're at point A and you want to go to point B. You're seeing point B. You're not at point B, and you see point B and whatever point B offers, and begin to walk towards it. Again, from that Bible of Abraham, we are reminding ourselves it's all been given to us. We have a choice. Everything, all, it says all that you see from the east to the west to the north to the south, as far as you can see, you can have. If you see peace in a situation, you can have it because you have seen it. You're going to begin to walk towards it, begin to treat towards it, and you would have it. I begin to do everything that is needed to attract that peace that you want. Again, it's up to us. What I'm trying to bring out that we can have all that we want, we see, but again, it's all entirely up to us to do everything to possess that, to have that. Remember, life will give us back what we really believe. So we want to see vision as planning a trip. You're planning a trip, and the series of preparations we engage in the trip. You prepare, you pack your things, buy your ticket. Imagine vision, you want an expansive place. Then begin to walk towards it, pack, make mental notes, begin to prepare, make inquiries, make researches. Whatever you can see, you can have. And again, we are all here to thrive. Once we are connected with Source, and that is our birthright, to thrive, not to survive. Survival is for those who are willing to settle. Thriving is for those who are determined to make every day extraordinary. Imagine having your everyday extraordinary, beautiful, everything working out. I recall a lesson was last week that Dr. Greg talked about a lesson, you're a success. Yes, we are created to succeed, but we have to work it out ourselves. You are a success, I am a success, but we have to do the work. When we do the work, we know life responds to what you put out, to your belief. And again, just to tell us that what you are, it's more than what you can see. You are more than what you see because you are one with Source, with God. When we have a vision, again, it's like a compass guiding us to an expansive life, to the goal, to the promised land. If you all heard, Inyala once said, Inyala Vansat said, if you don't have a vision, you are going to be stuck in what you know. And the only thing you know is what you've already seen. This is very profound. The vision gives us something to look forward to in the future. But if we don't have a vision, we are stuck with what we already have, what we've already seen. We've seen it all, and no vision, we are just there. We are stuck with it. So we want to journal our dreams, like we stated earlier, and take steps or right actions towards achieving them. And through our teaching, we learn to take steps of faith, trusting and knowing that life is unfolding perfectly. So what do? We want to set clear intentions. What are our visions? We write it down. State clear intentions. Start by setting specific goals and dreams that align with your passion and values. I remember Bruce will always say that he wants to take care of dogs. That could be a vision, an insight into something. Set clear goals. And by the time we do these things, you find that you attract like-minded energy. You just find the universe orchestrates circumstances to bring that thing that you need to you. You see it, you can have it. Then you do the work. We start by writing things down. Always visualize success. Imagine yourself achieving those goals. That's a very powerful thing to do. This is what I want. Imagine you just living like in your mind that success. That is a high level of trust and faith. And when we see these things, they're just principle. We hear songs, I want to be a billionaire. And it just we just take it that it's just a song. But the person is declaring and professing what he wants. And you see it happen. What do you see? What do you imagine? Yes, we visualize it. We want to live it. Picture that desired outcome. If you even have to sketch it and put it where you see it often. People put their vision, their goals on a signpost where they see it often. Then, of course, definitely we'll create a plan, develop, and this will be a practical plan of action to work toward your dreams that are measurable. Because when they are measurable and practical, anything that will not lead you to that, you just strike it out. Just like I'm going to Brooklyn and I know going to Bronx won't help you. I know I won't go that direction. It's very clear. And we want to break it down into smaller, simple tasks and use our affirmations. That is powerful. I want to be a billionaire. I want to achieve success in this area. I want to have peace in this direction. We've told ourselves how to work our affirmations to fit our specific desire. Create affirmations specifically for that. And begin to declare it. Remember, we said our words are powerful. And that's why when we wake up in the morning, we want to declare, say great things, speak things into being, things into the day. And it will come to pass. And more than anything, stay the course. Stay the course. It's just like planting a seed and watering it all through and see it grow, weed and do the weeding and all that. Stay the course. Keep focused. Stay committed. Keep your passion alive. Keep tuning in here, because each time you tune in, you will definitely hear something true about you, about who you are. Discover an aspect of you that is dormant and activate it. Stay the course. Keep listening. Faith comes by hearing. And we tell you everything that you can do it. I can do it. You have the power within you. I have the power within me. You can do it. We need to stay the course. Keep focused. Your vision matters and you matter. It's time to get excited and motivated about you and your life. It doesn't matter the time, the age, or anything. You can turn things around. It can be beautiful. We always talk about the power in the now. Now, make up your mind to go towards achieving your vision. Whatever you've seen before, whatever you focus, you can achieve it. The principle, this truth, is no respecter of time or person. If you apply the principles, you will see the results. Period. So we want to approach life always from the standpoint of power, authority. We have power. We are the drivers of our own life. We can drive the situation. We can dictate what we want using this power. Knowing that we are one with Source. Again, I won't, okay, talking about our vision, we always talk about the power, the so much strength that we have when we go within and quieting ourselves, quiet moments. In quietness and with confidence shall our strength be. When we quiet ourselves and go within, discover those deep treasures. There are treasures within that are waiting manifestation. There are answers that are within. The solutions are within. We talk about going within always, being in quiet moments, and discoveries are made in those moments. And one thing is for sure, that for every of our growth or expansion, that is what First Center of Religious Science is for. That is what we are here for. We want to live the empowered life. We also know that for us to walk towards our vision, what we see that we want and we can have, we have to not let our past to hold us down. Our past is gone, and they're there for lessons. And when we look back, it slows us down. Our dreams are in front of us, not behind us. We are not our past. Like I said, our past are lessons. We learned our lessons, and we know better ways to do things. Like we said earlier, there are experiments, and we've learned from those experiments. They are not failures. As we learn to live this way, we'll be creating better tomorrows for ourselves. Again, of course, one other very fundamental thing we learn on Thursday is self-love. We know that we are the most important person in our lives. And we learn how to love ourselves and appreciate ourselves. Loving yourself is not selfishness. We also want to observe that when we come to our gatherings and we share, there's always time for sharing, our interaction time. That's also another beautiful time for us to learn. As people have gone through situations, we'll learn that we can also achieve whatever our visions are, whatever our dreams are. Because that's one of the reasons why we do that interaction time. Because sometimes we have our visions and they seem too big. We feel they're big, we cannot. But when you see someone on the call has achieved something he or she sets to do, we encourage and we want to do more. We want to achieve ours too. So our dreams, however, stand before us, waiting to be embraced. Your dream, my dream. And we said earlier in this lesson that we can do it. We have everything that within us to achieve it. We can do it. I can do it. And it's up to us to create a better world, starting here, starting now. Everything is possible in this present moment. Just to let us know that we are not defined by our history. We are creators of our future. Yesterday ended last night. Every situation that slowed you down ended. Remember, seeing whatever you can see is before you. That's all you see you can have, not the past. So we want to create a better world as we fill the present with positive expectancy. We practice the presence, we practice knowing that life is good and that life is responding to us all the time. And as we do this, we are paving the way for a brighter tomorrow. As you embark on this journey towards your desires, remember this universal truth. When you desire something, the entire universe conspires to aid you in its attainment. I say it again. When you desire something, when you have a dream, when you have a vision, the entire universe conspires to aid you in its attainment. So you're not alone. The universe is just waiting for you to place something in its hands to work with. Remember, we said it's entirely up to you. It's your choice. Have a vision, you have to step up, you have to work towards it. And you see how the universe conspires things to work for your own good. That's what it does. Like I said, it's no respecter of person. If you apply the principles, it would work. That laws, that principles. So we want to stay open to unexpected twists and turns. You know, when we are working towards our visions, we don't want to be rigid, because universe is always prompting us. Always, in diverse ways. We have to be sensitive. There will be twists, there will be turns. They often reveal better opportunities. I mean, we see these things every time. There are times where you're looking for something, you're working towards something, and there seems to be no headway in that direction. I'd say, oh, my time, I don't have time. And you follow the way some other direction, and you find out that something just happens. You'll be like, oh, all things work out. All things have been orchestrated to work out for your own good. There will be twists and turns. Just be sensitive. There may just be opportunities. Release the notion that there is only one pathway to your dreams. God offers many routes. So many happens. Again, everything boils down to being receptive and sensitive to the prompting of the Spirit. You are not alone on this voyage. The universe, it's your ally, period. God is your ally. Remember, the thoughts of God, the thoughts of the universe, the thoughts of the creative intelligence for you are thoughts of good. Never of bad. Thoughts of good. To give you a hope and a future and an expected end. So the universe, God, it's your ally. Most times the challenge is that we don't give or prompt or listen to the prompting of the Spirit. So let tonight's gathering be a beacon of inspiration and a celebration to our incredible potential and a reminder that together we are co-creators of brighter, more expansive reality. It's very possible. You can do it. I can do it. Whatever you see, you can have. Whatever I see, it's not all that you see, from the east to the west to the north to the south, you can have. Our challenge is just to see it. Have a mental picture of that and step up and start working towards it. And when you apply all the principles of this teaching that we talk about all the time, we can live that expansive life. It's very doable. You can do it. I can do it. We have the power, we have everything within us to do that. So you are more wonderful than you can ever know. We have it complete. So that will be it's for tonight's lesson. We can have everything that we see if we can stay the course. Thank you so much.